It's the last day for these pigs. Hello, I'm Griffith, welcome to Gwynne Griffith. Here we look everything beekeeping, farming, countryside living. Now we do reviews as well. Now this is part 2 to my rearing pigs video. These Tamworths, they have grown a fair bit since the time they arrived here. Now, if you remember when they came here, that's all the pen that they had, but now they've got right down to this corner, so they've had this bigger pen and they've been eating well, as you can tell. Now when these pigs arrived here, they were 10 weeks old and now they're roughly 26 weeks old, and I'm going to attempt to weigh one of them now for me to get a rough idea. These should be at the minimum around 80 kilos. I think they're probably a little bit bigger than that, but either way, whatever weights they are booked in Tregaron tomorrow and that's where they're going. But I tell you what, the weather has been horrendous. Horrendous here for the last few weeks. Storm a few days ago, and looks like there's another storm coming in now. Now the idea is, I'm going to bring this trailer in later on, hitch it up, and feed them in the trailer tonight. So by the time tomorrow morning comes around, it's going to be a lot easier getting them in, because I've been in the past helping my uncle move pigs into a trailer and it didn't work out well. So I've only got two. He had a group going, so we should be able to manhandle them in the trailer if there is a problem, but hopefully they're going to walk in themselves. Right, I'm going to go and see if I can get these in the scales and we'll see how much, well, not how much weight they put on, see how heavy they are now. Well, I don't believe it. He's just walked on the scales themselves. Now look at this beauty. We were hoping 80 kilo, but he is around 90 kilos. Now one is bigger than the other. Let's see if we can get him out, or her out. Come on, go on. Go on. Go on. Come on, Sati. Come on. Alright, this is the second one. Go on. Go on. So this one, she's maxed the scales. So that one's about 110 kilo. That's a good sign. They're going in the trailer themselves. So hopefully tomorrow morning, straight in and go. So I've got to tag these now, put my tag on them. Easier said than done on pigs, easy on sheep. And I've done the pre-movement, everything sorted. That bit closer to homegrown bacon. The next day has arrived and the pigs are loaded up. Probably can't see them, it's too dark. Put a bit of feed in the trailer this morning and they just walked straight in. Well, the pigs have gone and it is 2 days after we took the pigs to slaughter, and I've just been up there picking up the meat. Took the meat back to my parents-in-law's house where we separated the pigs there. Most of the cuts was already cut up and bagged, vacuum packed into joints. The sausages were in big bags, basically, so we had to go through those big bags and put them in small bags of 6 for our freezer. So basically, meat, sausages, and that is one pig minus the bacon. So that is a lot of pig meat, a lot of sausages, and they worked out, they killed out at 160 kilo. So that's pretty good. Carcass was 160 kilos, so that's roughly how much meat we've got. So how much that's going to cost, I'm not sure. We've got the bacon left to pick. I'm not sure if I paid for everything or there's more of a fee to pay. So we'll catch up with this video once I pick up the bacon, and we can work out how much these pigs cost me to rear, butcher and turn into meat, and was it worth it? So the big question, now that the pigs are in the freezer, was it worth it money wise? Well, I've got my costings here which I'm going to go through, and we'll talk about, is it economically viable to do pigs? Is there money in there for me to sell these on, which I'm not doing, this is for my own use. But some of you may be watching thinking I may keep a few pigs to see if I can sell the meat and make profit. Or is it just worth it for raw meat? Well, in the next few minutes, we're gonna find that out. Now, if you are watching this video in about 5 years' time, the market might have changed. This is basically current for what is 2024. So the two pigs cost me at the mat £108 for the two of them. In feed, so the concentrate was £120. And the roll barley was 84. So the concentrate, we went through 12 bags and 14 bags of roll barley. Slaughtering and butchering the two pigs came to £343 4p, and to cure the bacon and cut the bacon up was £85 27. So the total is £740 £31. Now, I'll be honest, when I got to this stage, I started to get a bit worried, thinking it would have been cheaper to buy all this meat in the butchers instead of doing all this work. So divide that figure by 2, it's £370 15p. So the pig, the feed, the butchering, everything is in that figure. So £770 15. That's what all that meat cost me per pig in bags, ready to sell if you were going to sell it. Now, if I didn't do bacon, that would be £85 27 cheaper, and the pigs would have worked out roughly £327. But for me, bacon is very important. Who doesn't love a bacon sandwich? Why would you kill a pig and not have some bacon? So we did a lot of sausages with the meat. I think the front halves of the pig, the two of them, went all into sausages with that, which I'm very pleased with. We had a choice of flavours. We had apple, pork and leek, Cumberland, I think garlic is in there. We had, I can't remember, 5 or 6 different flavours Tregaron made for us. And I'll be honest with you, they are the best sausages I've ever tasted in my life. They're that good. You know, when you buy a cheap sausage or from a supermarket, half the thing is probably bread or filler product. This is proper, you know, homegrown pork in the sausage, little bit of flavouring, nothing else. They are outstanding. So let's work that out. On the hook weight was 160 kilos. That's what on the hook weight. Now I'm not sure if by the time you cut everything up, lose the bone, etc., that you lose a little bit. So I've got two figures here. So if we work the cost out of on the hook weight, so divide the price by, so divide 740 31p by 160 kilos, price per kilo is £4.62. So that's what a kilo of meat has cost me to produce. Now, say you want to be a bit safer, we'll take 20 kilos off the 160 kilos off the on the hook weight. I'm not sure what that means, right? So we're gonna take this sums with a pinch of salt, okay? But it is quite accurate with me. So we're gonna take 20 kilos off for a bit of play. So the price per kilo then comes to £5.28. And that's including the bacon, all the pork chops, all the joints, because some of the joints are going to be worth a lot more per kilo than others. But I came to this stage and I thought, right, there's no money in this. Surely it would have been cheaper for me to buy this meat elsewhere. Well, I went on the internet and I looked up some proper butcher sausages off some websites. And I looked at the price per kilo, or the pound per kilo price. And it's basically double what my meters cost. Now, if you look at some of the supermarket prices that Tesco is selling pork out, the sausages, the pork chops, etc., the price is double what my pigs cost to produce. So with that, I've got basically 160 kilos of meat for half price. Now, what I haven't included in the figures is my own time, the diesel back and forth from the abattoir, because we had to go up 3 times, took the pigs up, came back, went up, got the sausages and the meat, came back, and I went up again to pick the bacon up. So there was a fair bit of diesel involved. My time, and I didn't account for any bedding, because I had the straw here anyway, so they didn't need much bedding down anyway. But you know, there is extra cost. If you were going to do this as a business, you would want to pay yourself to allow that figure in these sums. But if you are thinking of killing pigs for your own use, it is definitely worthwhile doing it. You are saving basically half of what you'd pay well, it's more than half. It's half, which is the worst case scenario. So going off the cheapest prices I've seen. Some of the cuts I've seen on the internet, you know, people are selling stuff for £20 a kilo. Some of the most expensive sausages I've seen, and the cuts, the meat works out at £20 per kilo. Well, you know, worst case, if you take 20 kilos off my on the hook weight, it's cost us £5.28 per kilo. For everything, the bacon, sausages, all the expensive joints, everything. You could, of course, if you were selling the meat, you would sell the expensive joints a lot more dearer, and maybe you'd sell the sausages for, I don't know, £10, £11 a kilo. Either way, you're making good money. Based on these figures, now, I think I've accounted for everything. I don't think I forgot any feed bills, but even if I did, there's still a bit of room there to play. Now, finding customer base is a different story, but looking at this the way I've done it for my own use. It's definitely worthwhile doing it. And when this pig, the level in the freezer hits a certain point, we're going to get another pig. And it might be a pink pig next time, it might be a Welsh pig, but these Tamworths, the bacon, the sausages, we had gammon joints. Everything I've eaten so far, it's been the most delicious piece of pork, piece of sausage, piece of bacon that I've ever tasted in my life. Now, they must taste better because they've been reared by me, and you know, they've had no antibiotics. I haven't wormed them or anything since they've been here, so they are as natural as you can get. Bear in mind, they have had some concentrate in the feed, but you know, they've had no chemicals or medication from my side at all. So for me, it's pretty good going meat wise. You know, that's the kind of meat that you want to be buying and eating. So if you can do this yourself, or you know of a farmer doing it and he's willing to sell it to you, then it's worthwhile doing. Obviously, you're not going to get it at this price if you're buying it off a farmer. But, you know, this video, I suppose, is aimed at the farmer out there or the smallholder thinking of doing this themselves. It's worthwhile doing. The numbers tally up. You know, you can do it. It's good. I mean, I wouldn't want to be a pig farmer full time, but I'm definitely going to rear my own pigs from now on. Well, and that's it for this video. I've got a freezer full to the brim with meat, and it's cost me half the money it would have if I were to buy it anywhere, even in the supermarkets. And that's the best case. That's the worst case scenario. If you were to compare this meat to, you know, a proper butcher, because that's the quality meat that is, then you know it's a fraction of what it would have cost me to buy that in. Well, that's it. Let me know in the comments, do you think that's a good deal, and do you rear your own meat for yourselves, or is it something you want to do? Well, thanks for watching the video, and don't forget, if you like this video and you want to watch more of the same kind of content, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I try my best to upload a new video every week. Thanks for watching.